There was a new pastor who wanted to go and visit all of the homes of his parishioners. At one home, it seemed obvious that someone was at home, but when he rang the doorbell, no one answered the repeated knocks at the door or rings of the bell. Therefore, he took his card out and he wrote Revelation 3:20 on the back of it and stuck it in the door. Next week on Sunday at the offertory, he found that his card had been placed in the basket and returned to him. Added to it was this cryptic message, Genesis 3:10. Reaching for his Bible to check out the citation, he broke up in laughter. Revelation 3:20, which he had put on his card, is, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock." Genesis 3:10 reads, "I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked." This beautiful scene from the book of Revelation is captured in a painting by William Holman Hunt called "The Light of the World." And it represents Jesus preparing to knock on a door that is overgrown. I'm sure you've seen it, overgrown with vines and branches, long unopened. And the Revelation quote is, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me." The door in the painting has no handle and can therefore be opened only from the inside, representing the obstinately shut mind. The Lord Jesus, standing at the door, holds a lantern in his left hand, and with his right is about to knock on the door. The crown on his head of thorns indicates that this is Christ the King, the light of the world. The door is almost completely overgrown with vines and weeds. Obviously, this door has not been opened in a long time. Zacchaeus was like a mafia boss in Jericho, enemy of the people and a tax collector. Good Jews would stay 30 feet away from him so that they would not have to breathe the polluted air that he shared. Zacchaeus is curious. There's just an ounce of faith in him. He's short of stature, so he runs ahead. He climbs a sycamore tree, which they don't grow very tall. That will allow him to be above the crowd and at the same time be able to see Jesus look into his eyes. As the crowd comes closer, Jesus is speaking to them. He is directly beneath Zacchaeus. He raises his head and he says, "Zacchaeus, come down. I'm coming to your house." Zacchaeus has given this small inkling of faith, and that's all the opening that Jesus requires. He calls him by name, Zacchaeus. And he says, Zacchaeus says, "I'm coming." You can almost hear the rusty hinges of the door to his heart as they squeak and moan, and the vines and the bushes and the weeds give way, and the door opens a crack, first a little, then more, and then wide open. And he says, if I've defrauded anybody, I'll pay them back 4 times, and I'll give half of what I own to the poor. The Lord enters, and something is radically transformed in his life. We do not see his family, but every time a heart is opened to Jesus, that family is blessed beyond words and is made new. Every time a family prays grace at meals, they open the door to their home and they welcome the Lord to come in and sup with them. What a wonderful way to get a distinguished guest at your meal.